hello everyone. So, welcome back to the latest episode of For the Love of the Game podcast. So, we just had a very exciting, not an exciting, like a one-way kind of a demolition job, basically from the Indian test team. So, it was kind of unexpected after the start. Like they had 33 for three. So, like after day two, it felt like very like England will not dominate, but maybe England might be able to squeeze something out of this test match. But like again, the youngsters like Shubman Gill, Yashasvi Jaiswal, second double hundred in a row. So everyone and even Jadeja with the bat and ball absolutely turned the tide in India's favor. And like Ashwin missed in the first innings as well. So it was definitely one of those like proper Indian home dominating test match kind of a feel. And so two more test matches to go in this series. So we will be discussing about the series review after the five test matches are done to get a proper picture of everything, to discuss and elaborate points and everything. So today, basically, our like talking point will basically be like the Women's Premier League. So it is starting from the 23rd of February. So next week and next week Friday. And so basically, like we already had one season last time. And so if I just ask you, Pranav, so last time did you follow it much? Because I didn't follow the last time. I'm looking forward to following it this time. So did you follow the last time much?
Yeah, I did watch the games and followed it
Okay.
quite a bit because pretty helpful fantasy wise, if you could say.
Okay. Yeah. Okay.
And it was in Mumbai completely, and understandably the logistics are a bit easier if you keep it in one city, which has three stadiums closer by. And Mumbai Indians convincingly won the tournament. Um, I had a lot of expectations from RCB, to be honest,
Yeah.
but
Exactly. The
didn't
team
live
was
up.
good. Yeah.
Yeah, they didn't live up to the expectations, but I'm happy for Shreyanka Patil because
Right.
she actually came up the ranks to the Indian side. So that helps. But pretty happy for Jemima Rodriguez as well last year because she piled up most of the runs alongside Meg Lanning and Shefali Verma, held up the batting. So the squads are more or less the same. Here and there, some tweaks in the auction. So really looking forward to this season.
Okay. So yeah, so like so I'm going to follow this time around so as much as I can. But anyway, but basically to give the viewers a summary of the thing, so if they're not aware of it, so it's basically gonna start on 23rd Feb and gonna end on 17th March. So it's basically like IPL league matches will go on, and we have one eliminator and then the final. So that's the only difference maybe from the IPL. We don't get two playoffs, but and I think there are like five teams here. So Mumbai, Delhi, UP, Gujarat, and RCB. So basically, it's gonna be like and it's gonna be played on two venues, primarily in Chinnaswamy Stadium, and then and the last phase, I think last few matches in Arun Jaitley Stadium,
Delhi.
in Delhi. Right?
Yeah.
So yeah, so if we like, maybe we can go this. I will be sharing my screen so we can go maybe squad by squad, so and see how the teams look right now. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's this. Hmm. Right. So if we look at this, the Delhi squad first, right? So they have got Alice Capsey and Jemima Rodriguez, as we all know, like pretty promising. I think the overall squad looks pretty nice. So Meg Lanning, though she has retired, like she's definitely a someone to look forward to, like keeping the balance of
Yeah.
the squad and everything. So how do you look at this Delhi Capital squad, like from this squad perspective?
Uh, I I'm actually pretty excited to see Meg Lanning back after a very long time. Especially uh, she took a break due to her own reasons and then suddenly announced her retirement, which shook the internet out. But very happy to see her back. It's a good squad. I mean, they've got Annabelle Sutherland who just hit a double hundred against South Africa.
Right.
And it's a fair it's an interesting side because you have players like Marizan Cap, Mike Lanning, Jess Jonathan. I'm intrigued to see who will be the fourth uh, foreign player. Will it be Laura Harris or will they go with Annabelle Sutherland? Probably they'll go with Annabelle Sutherland to just have their batting and bowling sorted. And probably Marizan Cap and Shikha Pandey will share the new ball. Um, Interesting thing there as well. Probably they might think of Shefali Verma keeping the wickets and have an extra batter instead of playing Tanya Bhatia. Who knows? Because these guys will be playing the first game, just like last year's
Right.
final. Mumbai and Delhi will play the first game in Bangalore, and traditionally Bangalore has been a pretty flat deck. I mean, I'm not sure about how they'll dish out for the women's game, but interesting to see how they take care of the ground because not a lot of turnaround time between the IPL and the Women's Premier League. So uh, interesting to see how they go about. But this is a pretty formidable side. They've picked like I said, Annabelle Sutherland, and they look better than last year. At least
Right.
I'm also excited to see Shikha Pandey back.
Right. And also, I think Poonam Yadav, also the leg spinner, right? So
Next,
she
yeah,
also has a big role to play, especially I think given the condition, the time of the year we are playing in, we are expecting like flat pitches because the IPL will be after the women's thing. So,
yeah,
like, I think the leg spinner plays a big role on such flat conditions. So I think overall, like with Shefali Verma as well, I think the squad looks pretty strong, if not the strongest, one of the strongest squads in the women's Premier League. So
yeah,
I guess so they can surprise opposition. They can play well. So last time I think they were the finalists, right? So and
yeah,
I think they kind of just like didn't. I think they have a good chance this time if they play to their potential to actually win this thing. So anyway, so
right.
let's go to the next one. Next part, I think it's Gujarat, right? Yeah, Gujarat Giants. So they have got some few exciting prospects here. So Beth Mooney definitely is will be one of them most like prominent like top order batsmen here. And apart from that,
Yeah.
like Wolfdart as well, Laura Wolfdart, South African like batswoman.
Ashley Gardner as well.
Yeah,
And they have changed their captain to Beth Mooney. I was actually looking forward to Sneha Rana leading the side because
right,
she unfortunately or some injury happened and then somebody else had to take over. So, but with Mooney being the captain and the keeper bat, interesting combination. Uh, Good to see Veda Krishnamurthy getting a team.
right.
She was in the commentary box last
I
season for the
noticed that.
WPL and now has got to uh, the Gujarat Giants side, which is very interesting. I'm also excited about Fob Litchfield.
Right,
She's an exciting prospect from Australia again. Um, yeah, Lauren Sheetal as well from I think she's from England. So pretty exciting prospects. Halim Deol will be back after a long time. She's been in the Indian squad for a brief stint. She came in as a concussion substitute in one of the recently concluded series.
okay,
So interesting combination, but they have to get their squad right. I mean, the playing 11 has to be right because that's where they missed out last year, where they got a few games right, then something happened, and they went off track. So probably this year they can get something right with Beth Mooney, and they've also changed the coaching staff this year, I think. So hope for a better season for them this time around.
yeah. I think the thing with Gujarat Giants is if I look at the Indian players, I think compared to say Delhi or Mumbai or some of the other squads, I think the Indian players are not that well renowned here, like compared to the other. So I think the players like Beth Mooney and Ashley Gardner and these players, I think need to step up a bit more, take the responsibility because I think you need to more or less like I won't say the word carry the Indian players. Like they need to be the foreign players need to take I think the bulk of the responsibility here. So looking at this
Yeah,
Gujarat Giants side, so and I hope for them like I think Veda Krishnamurthy had some experience from an Indian perspective as well. So in the squad, so like hopefully they have a better season this time around. Definitely, if they play well, they can definitely go a lot further in the tournament as well, especially with five teams. So next, let's move on to the like defending champions, Mumbai Indians. So as we all know, Harmanpreet Kaur like led them last time as well, and I think if not the best, I think this is probably like between Mumbai and RCB. I think you can like pick any one of them regarding best squads. I feel I will give it to Mumbai Indians maybe since they have basically won it last time and everything looks very sorted. I think AC Wong is a very like bright prospect from England as well, the seamer. I think
Yeah,
overall
she took a
the
hat trick last season. I think who was it against? Some team against she took a hat trick.
right.
They have added Shabnam Ismail this year. Uh, to beef up their pace battery. I think probably as a backup to Easy Wong. Otherwise, the squad looks pretty settled because you have Amelia Kerr, Haley Matthews, Nat Silverbrand, and Easy Wong pulling out the foreign slots. Um, I'm a little worried about their opening combination because last year it didn't fire as much as they would want to fire. So that is something they would want to address, probably because again too much load on the likes of Haley Matthews.
Mm,
Haley Matthews actually opened the batting, but it did not click that well. But Haley Matthews covered that with her bowling.
right.
But again, their opening combination has to stick because uh, you can't put a lot of load on the likes of Harmanpreet Kaur and Nat Silverbrand. And I think Yastika opened the batting for them last season. So good to see also Kirtana Balakrishnan getting a team. The young prospect from Kerala really had a decent domestic season last 2 years, I think, and good prospect to have. Hopefully, she gets a few games for her exposure.
Right.
And these guys look a formidable side. You have Chloe Tryon added this season from South Africa. She's had a decent domestic tournament as well as WPL. So yeah, looking forward to how these guys play and defend their title. They look strong, but like I said, they'll have to have their opening combination sorted.
Right. Right. I think Saika Ishak is the only player from Bangladesh, right? In this like Mumbai Indian in this women's
No, Saika Ishak is an Indian player. Actually, you got
Indian
that
spin.
wrong.
Okay.
Yeah, she's an Indian left arm of orthodox, I think, or right arm of break. I'm not sure. But she was actually fast tracked to the Indian team this recently. She played the T20I series versus England, made her debut this season. So she's an exciting prospect as well. Did well last WPL season. She actually took a lot of wickets last season. So yeah,
Right.
I hope she continues that way.
Yeah, I think like Nat Silverbrand and these are the like the experienced players in their squad. So I think like so overall this the even the Indian domestic players and everything looks like as I said like one of the strongest squads like in this Women's Premier League. They're the defending champions as well. So then coming to
Yeah,
like everybody's favorite RCB, I guess this is like the team like even the men's side, the women's side, like everybody, even myself, like I support RCB as well. So obviously, like we have got Spriti Mandhana there as the top in the top order. Like Sophie
yeah,
Devine is there. Like I think, and I think like Elise Perry. So I think like on paper looks one of the very best squads. Like Kate Cross is there as well. Recently, like got shifted to RCB. So I think
yeah.
like overall this looks a very solid squad. Like I think they did not perform to their potential last time
Right.
around. Maybe I don't know. It's the team balance or what. So what's your look on this RCB squad?
Uh, yeah, probably they got their 11 wrong most of the times in the park. You don't expect that with the likes of David Sackle, who's I
Right.
think they he helped Sydney BBL team, women's team, lift a lot of trophies. So probably that's something which hit them. But I think they've got their staff changed this year, much like the men's side. Unfortunately, Heather Knight withdraws, but that presents a golden chance to somebody like Sophie Devine to actually cement a spot and show the world what she is capable of because she is actually a great addition to the RCB side alongside Georgia Wareham and Kate Cross. So the foreign contingent this year looks much better. You have Renuka Singh sharing the new ball. Uh, the young prospect Shriyanka Patil with her spin. I'm also looking forward to Sophie Molinex. She's
Right.
actually a good off spinner. Oh no, rather left arm bowler. Uh, but yeah, I'm actually looking forward to them. Ekta Bisht has also got a team.
Right.
Uh, Happy for Subha Satish as well. She made a test debut very recently against England, but unfortunately had to broke her finger, and then now has come back to the IPL stint. So overall looks a good side, but again they have to get the combination right, based on the conditions, and they are playing in their home surface, which is which is sort of an advantage for them starting the league, especially when uh, the stadium has got back to back 11 games on the trot.
Right.
So probably that helps them from that angle where the pitch could get slow and slow as the games progress, because one might argue, say 11 games, what might happen, but you know, you're playing 40 overs in a surface, and then again
Right.
getting 40 overs on the other day. So it'll be a good challenge for the ground staff as well. So there are expectations from the home side this time. At least they make it to the eliminator, and then
Mm.
see from there what happens, because they've actually got a good side this time.
Yeah. Yeah, fair enough. So I think probably RCB has the best like Indian players as well. If you look at Renuka Singh, Richa Ghosh, like Shriyanka Patil, like Smriti Mandhana. So like so I think like Richa Ghosh has come a long way since last year as well. Like she has probably been one of the most probably one of the most key players in the Indian middle order right now.
Yeah,
And also we know Renuka Singh, like what she does with the new ball, with so it's pretty like it's a pretty like balanced squad. They should probably go at least play the finals in my view with the squad
mhm,
they have. So anything other than that would be like a bit of a underperforming thing in my from my perspective. So overall, I think also Shriyanka Patil, I like the feistiness in her. So I think like pretty like expressive on the field as well as a lot of talent and potential there. So hopefully she does justice to her talent as well. So overall, so RCB looks good. So the last team we have is UP Warriors. So I think the main story, the feel good story when I just looked at the squad was I think Chamari Atapattu
Chamari,
gets a game.
yeah,
I think like it has been a long time coming. I think well deserved as well. I think she did not like get picked in the auction. So I think there were a lot of talks about
yeah.
that, like because she has been like blasting runs almost in everywhere, even the women's Big Bash League and everything. So I think
Yeah,
that's
she
a
was the player of the tournament this year.
right, exactly.
Uh,
So I think like
so
yeah,
yeah, I mean probably there are more reasons to like UP Warriors this season, because you have the likes of Chamari Athapattu. Actually, uh, felt really bad for her when she did not get a stint last season. But then she was actually not picked in the WBBL as well, but then came in as a replacement and stormed the season to get the player of the tournament. So
right,
there are absolutely no reasons for her not to feature in the first 11 of the UP Warriors squad, especially when you have somebody like Aliza Healy,
right,
uh, opening the batting, keeping wickets. Then you have Grace Harris, Helia McGrath. They also added Danny Viat this season just to beef up their
hmm,
opening batting a bit more. And when you have somebody like Sophie Eccleston, who's a absolute great left arm bowler, uh, you're bound to do well. But I'm not sure why did they not do well last season. Probably again the same problem as RCB. They did not get the combinations right. But this year there are little more hopes than them, because you have a better squad this year, the likes of Chamari Atapattu, who can do well both with the bat and the ball. Because personally, I feel she carries the whole Sri Lankan women's side on her shoulder
right,
all by herself. So when she can do that, she can actually do well for UP Warriors. I also like Kiran Navgire, who
right.
featured in the Indian side because of her attacking instincts. There is Pashasvi Chopra as well. Uh, good, good grit in her to perform. Needless to mention about Tahilia McGrath, because she's an absolute asset. I mean, if you're building your fantasy teams around these teams, have your captain as Tahilia and Eccleston, you're bound to get points. So you know that's how the team is constructed. We have absolutely forgotten. the best all-rounder Deepi Sharma
Sharma, right?
of India, and it's little surprising that no, she's not leading the side. But there are fair reasons for her not to do so because you have somebody like Aliza Healy who can handle the pressure well as a skipper. Uh, so yeah, overall they look a good formidable side, and I think they also have changed their coaching staff this year.
Okay.
So hopefully they get it right and have a banger season because now almost all the teams look at par by strengths because since it's only happening in two grounds, you're bound to say, oh well, it's not something that they can do. But uh, looking at how the games are planned, it's not at three different grounds because in Mumbai you had that advantage of keeping, let's say, one game in DY Patil and the other in CCI the next day. But here you don't have that advantage, so you can gauge the conditions a little easier once you play the game and turn out next day. Okay, probably this is better. So with five teams, you expect proper fight from each team. So I expect a few games to go close. Uh, Probably, I mean, I think RCB Mumbai game could go down the wire this season because specifically because it's RCB's home,
Right.
and it's Harman versus Smriti. So I like that sort of battle in this tournament. So I'm really looking forward to how teams plan or chalk their plans out uh, because just have, as I said, one venue and very little turnaround time between the games.
Right.
So fingers crossed for an excellent tournament. Really looking forward to watching and following the games.
Right. Exactly. So, like, I think, like, if we just sum it up, I think overall, if we look at all the squads, I think, like, Mumbai, Delhi, and RCB, I think probably will be fighting, like, for the trophy. I think, like, UP Warriors and definitely, I think UP Warriors lack a bit of bowling depth. I think they have got decent batsmen and like all rounder kind of a people over there. But like, I think like the proper bowlers, I think it could have been better. Like maybe the like in the auction, maybe they should have targeted more proper like all-round bowling attack. But anyways, I think like anyways, as Pranav said, it should be like a very like exciting tournament regardless. I think, and I just hope that like regardless of where we like, regardless of how the matches go, I think the pitches should be pretty batter friendly. I think especially for the women's game, I think it's needed that we have proper like pitches in place, especially with we don't need any more low scoring matches, at least not in the first half of the Women's Premier League to get more crowds and more action. I think the entire purpose of this Women's Premier League is to further revolutionize women's cricket, which has already seen a major boost since the 2017 World Cup final, which India played in. I think that was a very good, like, major turnaround for women's cricket. Like, at least from my perspective, I did not have any clue about women's cricket, nor did I know anything about. But after that, I kind of was like, as much as I can, I kind of wanted to know more about this team and follow them more. So I think this a successful women's Premier League will further like add to that, like over the years, like how the Indian Premier League has probably like done. But and I think like so I think like for this year it's okay. Like from the next year onwards, I feel that like if we can sort out the logistical issues and everything, so I think the game needs to be spread in more different states as well, at least in the five states, if we are not expanding the teams. So so that like so that various like parts of like various fans of women's cricket can actually like come to the stadiums and everything, and also the overall TV ratings can also go up drastically as well. I feel the overall like so like always best wishes for this tournament. Like definitely, as I said last year, it could not follow it much. This time I keenly want to actually like as much as time as I get, I want to follow this tournament, and like hopefully like all the viewers will also like engage in this and make this tournament a success as well, and hopefully we get a very amazing, exciting, thrilling T20 cricket in store for every one of us. So I guess this is what we had for today to discuss about Women's Premier League. So hopefully you all enjoyed this discussion, and please do contribute your thoughts as well in the comments, or you can like tag us and let us know your thoughts in on X as well, or at anything. So I will also in the description like give us our Twitter handle for the love of the game cricket pod. And so thanks for watching. Like see you next time. I think the next episode we'll be doing is after the India England series, about the series review. So yeah. So till then, have a great time. Bye. See you.